King Harold, man. Wow. I knew he wasn't done. I knew he might have had a plan. I was not expecting it to happen that fast. Why?
Intend to become king of all Norway. Which means I shall take over Kattegat, among other kingdoms. But I remain unmarried. I need a queen. I need to breed and produce sons.
Ha! You want me to be your queen?
It means you will become queen of Norway. The most powerful woman in the whole country. Tell me honestly, Astrid. Doesn't that appeal to you at all? Doesn't that make your blood race just a little quicker? Don't your eyes shine just a little brighter? Or have I misjudged you?
Take it. I don't remember if I liked her or not. I think I like her. I like her look, at least. Not the way she looks, but that's good too. Her look.
We must go to York. Why must we go to York? The Northmen are there. The Northmen? And your people need you.
But how? How do you know?
My father told me.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, there you go. I gotta go back and rewatch the show from the beginning. Completely accepting the whole, mystic, fantastical part of it. I mean, the first episode is a bunch of ravens and whatever around Ragnar, but still, people can see things.
And when all that is done,
Yes, my prince. When all that is done, we shall attack. Scouts!
He is almost comedically intense.
Ausgeil! Give me Ausgeil! Give me Landguder!
Alright, a couple of things. Number one, that was a pretty good episode of Vikings, or 2 episodes, rather, of Vikings. First thing I noticed, which is like, really, that's the first thing you noticed? First thing I noticed is the same I noticed last season, but it's getting even more pronounced as we have jumped, we have jumped forward even further in time, considering how old Alfred is, and how old Toby's son is. The women on this show don't age a day. Lagatha, before the time jump in season 4, looks exactly the same as she does now, supposedly, I don't know, ballpark it, 15 years later? Seems odd. Star of this episode was King Harold and Ivar, who continues to be frightening to watch. Almost like a walking train wreck. He's uncomfortable. You know you probably shouldn't be looking at him. Not only from the way he moves his body, but from the things he does. And I just can't help it. I've got to see, what is this? It feels almost like understating it to call him a little psychopath, but what's he going to do next? That was a pretty good explanation that he's got to do more than they do to be taken equally, which would be an explanation for some of the more outlandishly violent things he does, like pouring melted cross in somebody's mouth. But there's something wrong with him up top. There's something off upstairs. Though I must admit, it's kind of cool to see him stand up like all the way straight. It's kind of a metaphor for where the power scale is going to go this season. By the way, I realize what throws me off about Vikings, besides the age thing, this show does not move with the normal like beats that a show ends with. Like, okay, it's a 2-part episode, 120 minutes, give or take, right? We get a couple of fights, we get a raid, we get a big thing with King Harold. Yeah, we end with Ivar just standing straight up. Before that, we had like this long sequence with Floki, right? Like, it's so offbeat, like you can't get a real grip on what's gonna happen, which kind of helps because you can't really pay attention. You can't really do anything else. You kind of gotta be paying attention at all times because anything could go down. We might spend 15 minutes with Floki just wandering around on the sea. All of a sudden, a fight breaks out of nowhere. Oh, I flipped in my phone for a second. What happened? Most interesting part of this episode, besides Ivar being a psychopath, and the bishop, was obviously King Harold and his continued conquest of Norway. I don't know what's going on with Agatha. I'm not entirely sure if she was just horny, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what she was thinking about. But that was not only a great underestimation of King Harold, but I'm not entirely sure her sleeping with him did. She definitely seems to be off. Like, she's just been, ever since she taken Kattegat from Aslog, she's just been off like half a step. Like, I'm not entirely sure what's going on in her head anymore. And it appears that in place of the centerpiece known as Ragnar, and on occasion Ragnar Egbert, we're going to have a myriad of characters. I thought it would be the sons and Lagertha mostly, but this seemed to be Harold and Ivar, obviously, and the bishop. Gotta give me a while for the names, and Lagertha and Floki, who, in my personal opinion, we spent a little too much time with. Like, I like Floki, not quite that much. I'm really interested. I know I've mentioned about 3-4 times already. I'm really interested in what King Harold is gonna do. Right now, I want to follow King Harold and see his journey from here on out. He's not Ragnar or Egbert. Nobody is. And I have yet to see it even approached in the 6 or 7 episodes we've had since Ragnar died. But, like, I want to see King Harold. I want to see what's going on with this guy. I imagine next episode we'll spend more time with Bjorn. See what he's up to. I don't watch any previews. I stay away from all previews. I stay away from episode trailers. I did watch the trailer for season 5. But, hey, I'm down for the ride. Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Unless something went horribly wrong, you should see your name here somewhere in the roll call. Also, the podcast starts on November the 6th, talking a whole bunch of nonsense about a whole bunch of nonsense. And for those requests, they should be coming shortly.